me to show you how to go after those types of contracts?
Yes. What I want to know is how do I view them? How do I contact? How do I get the contract for no bid?
There's three ways you can go about those. First of all, you're registered for Simplified Acquisitions. You're in the system. You're registered in the DSBS as a vendor. So they can go insert you by keyword, and they can find you, and they can hire you. That's one way. A second way you can do those types of contracts, sometimes they are posted in FBO. It's not very often, but occasionally you'll see one in FBO, and it'll say it's a simplified acquisition. And the reason why they put it in FBO is because they probably reached out, couldn't find anybody who was compliant in the service area. So they couldn't find anyone to contact to get an offer. So they put it in FBO. It's still a simplified acquisition, but you're going to have to submit a bid on it. The third way you can win those types of contracts is by bidding on a contract and winning it, and doing a good job and getting, building a relationship with that purchasing agent. He can hire you for simplified acquisitions down the road because you've already earned his trust and got in the door with him. The fourth way you can get simplified acquisitions is when you market yourself to federal purchasing agents, mentioning to them that you are registered for simplified acquisitions, and they can hire you that way to test you out, make sure you're going to do a good job. And the last way to get simplified acquisitions is if you're doing a subcontract job for a prime. A lot of times when you do a subcontract job for a prime, the purchasing agent knows that you're the subcontractor because the prime has to disclose it. And if you do a good job as a subcontractor, sometimes the purchasing agent will ask you to bid on it next year as a prime, and sometimes they'll reach out to you and give you a simplified acquisition since you've already proven yourself. There is no list of them. You can't go out and look at a list of them and bid on them because they're not put out for bid. That's not the way they're done.
Okay. Now we're talking about the no bid contracts, right?
Yes, what they're called simplified acquisitions. A lot of people call them no bids, where they pay you up front. There's not a lot of offers received. The rule of two is no longer mandatory, so sometimes they don't even get one offer.
Okay.
Now,
go ahead.
I was just going to say that basically what you got in front of you right now is to be able to market yourself to these guys to get work lined up that way. So I could show you how to do that if you like.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Marketing yourself, you're simply calling them and introducing yourself, hitting them with your elevator pitch, and just getting in front of these guys, letting them know you're compliant for simplified acquisitions. You make enough of those phone calls, someone's going to give you work. It's just a matter of time. Okay. You also have the ability to get in front of these primes and line up subcontract work with primes. That counts as past performance. It's a good way to get in the door as well.
Okay, but in order to get to the primes, you got to wait till the contract gets awarded, right?
No, large primes do contracts all the time. So you can always get in front of a prime. If they're doing a lot of construction work, more than likely they got jobs coming up where they're needing, AC and heating work, or repairs or maintenance, etc. You do commissioning also?
I don't know what you mean by that.
AC commissioning, where you go in, and part of the process of the install is for someone to go in and check, temperatures and pressures throughout the building, make sure the units are efficient and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah,
that's another one. That's another one you can do, but you'd have to get in the door ahead of time, obviously, before the construction starts. So let me show you how to market yourself to primes and federal purchasing agents. There's several places you can do it. You can either, there's a thing called FedMine, which is a company that mines government information. You can pay a fee, and they'll give you a list of names and phone numbers, or you can manually search and pull that information up yourself. So let's say you're going to invest maybe 1 hour a day to make these phone calls, okay? The first thing you need to write is your elevator pitch. You need to write what you're going to say to them when you call them. And you need to get a copy of your cap statement that you're going to email them before you call them. The elevator pitch should be 15, 20 seconds max, okay? You're going to call, introduce your company, your name. Always talk about we, don't talk about I. Say we, so it sounds like you're bigger than you actually are. And you're just going to mention that you're a small business. Are you, I don't remember, are you woman-owned or minority-owned, veteran-owned?
Women
Are you in a
veteran.
hub zone? You're a woman, okay. So you're going to mention you're a small woman, veteran-owned business. You know, you can mention things like been in business for 20 years or just a few things that make you stand out from the rest. And that you're set up for simplified acquisitions. And then the last thing you ask them is I just wanted to touch base and let you know I sent you over my cap statement. I wanted to introduce myself, and I wanted to ask you, what can I do to earn your business? And then shut up. Don't say a word. Let them talk. They're either going to say, you know, you're wasting your time calling me because everything I do is put out for bid. Or they're going to say, you know, I'll keep your name and number on file. Thank you very much for reaching out to me. Or they're going to say, you know, I got a job you could do right now. Let me give you this job as a simplified acquisition. Make sure, you know, test you out. Make sure you're going to do a good job. You're going to get any number of responses. You will get some people that are going to say, why are you calling me? Everything I do is out for bid. You can't just call me and I'm going to give you business. That's fine. When you run across those people, just be glad they got you off the phone quickly and didn't waste your time. Don't let it bother you, all right? Be thick-skinned. You're going to get some no's, whatever, all right? If you go through enough of those yo's, you're going to get some yeses too, okay?